Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Miss Asi. How are you today? I hope you are doing fine. My name is Muhammad Fauzan. Here I want to finish my task, my midterm test task. Here I want to deliver a persuasive speech about watching TV these days. People are started to leave TV. People have left their television, and we knew that in our house, and I think everyone can relate that TV in our house is just become more like a display because people it's not often use it anymore because their family or their friends prefer to spend time with their own gadgets, whether it's watching YouTube or even scrolling, even scrolling a TikTok. Uh, I feel like TP has lost their originality. It's all about what is happening, is what is viral. Why are all shows only follow trends and that are going as if they what, don't have like creative ideas to show to the audience? Uh, I look at them. I see TV is all have the same formula that is to take advantage of what is happening and viral at the time. Mr. Iswandi said, according to IDN Times, if television institutions do not change like immediately, people will leave television. KPI should also be able to be a brighten so that Indonesian television can still exist by producing quality broadcast content and educating. From this opportunity, uh, uh, here I would like to point out two reasons why people start to leave television. For the first is number one is social media consumption. Uh, Social media, in my opinion, has more appeal than TV. Social media, because TV, has a limited access. You can't like watch it like everywhere or anytime because the TV have its schedule. You have to adjust your time. You have to spend your time to watch a show you like, and even you can replay it because maybe you have another time things to do. And also, it has a limited content. Television. Uh, you can't like search anything you want on television because they serve us the content. We can't search it by ourselves, so we have to adjust by it. It's obviously and it's obviously the content is limited. But social media, as we know, we can like search everything what we want. Even like educators, student looking for content for learning is from social media such as YouTube because you can find a lot of information or even the updated news on the internet on the social media with your gadget. Nielsen Indonesia survey institute found that there was a decreasing of viewers in television consumption, especially after the pandemic begins. But on the other hand, the number of social media consumption has significantly increased. Increased, according to Nielsen data in the 2 weeks before Ramadan, TVR 2019 average that appears 12.3%. Then in 2020 it had rise a little bit to 13.9%, and in 2021 it plummeted to like 10.1%. However, the data shows that the number of increase in internet users during Ramadan 2021 compared to 2019 for the online category rose by like 160%, and online shopping rose by 117%, listening to music rose by 100%, and games player rose by 79%. That is how social media is taking the lead over the television. And in addition, also, the social media has, I think, updated faster news. If we talk about the trend, of course, social media is in the top for this. They are super fast, and we talk about news. Even I feel like Twitter or TikTok even has the fastest to update, has more fast to update the news than any TV and any news in the television. And all of those is just showing that TV has to be improving. It has to back to their place and not just following the trend that happened in social media, because we have seen all of those in the internet. So why we have to see the same thing also in the TV? This is connected to the second reason I would like to point out, which is the quality. Why people leave TV? Because the quality is just decreased, it's getting worse days by days. Because I think we have the same problem with the TV this day, because the shows is like more uneducated, like it provide us it doesn't make sense shows recently that in the last 2 years there have been talk is about like religious shows that tells about an evil person that dies that died and got a punishment by his body thrown into a cement kneading machine. Like, how is this even can appear in the TV? Another one is like drama exploitation that expose problem between someone in the TV, making such a crash in the TV, like open their problem to the public, which is so unnecessarily to be watched by people, especially in national TV. Because why they are most of the shows in the TV like when they take an advantage of the viral ones, everyone was viral invited to the television, and it's become like not special anymore. The figure we see on the TV is no longer a special person, but it's just a collection of viral people that we have seen on social media. And the other problems for me is like disturbing art is in the middle of the show, like the same editing and also soundtrack applied in every show they have is all the same, and many others problems. I mean, but one thing I'm glad that Surya Citra Media made an alternative for those who didn't want to watch TV. They made an app called video.com, and it can also be accessed all over the platforms. I know the app is also provided a TV channels from the TV, but that's not the focus from the application, because they have, in my opinion, a lot of amazing shows from domestically and even from abroad, and even they have the original shows that really good in my opinion, way better from a lot of TV show in the national TV. And in closing, social media, digital, and internet have become the most effective alternatives for people who We didn't enjoy like watching TV anymore, aside from its limited access and content, but also from the quality. The show which is getting worse day by day. It's not getting like so much unnecessary shows that provided by the television. The formula and its type are also applied, and the shows are almost or similar to each other. We are already in a we are already in an era where digital will be the picture of the national spectacle. TV already looks like less relevant in this era, like where everything we can get. Uh, we have we are in the era where everything we can get and access by easily on social media. What do you think? That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.